Hey, how's it going? My name's Lewis. Just here to show you guys my audience members right here. Well, I'm going to show you how to take care of blood pressure. Take blood pressure. Now, blood pressure is going to be very important for those of you who want to go into healthcare or want to help your family members who have high blood pressure knowing what their range is at. Now, my credibility is I work for Atrium. I'm a nurse aide, so I constantly do take blood pressure. Sometimes I take blood pressure multiple times for the same patient because we want to see the effects of the medicine they're giving. Maybe it's too strong, maybe it's not weak enough, or maybe not. It's not working at all. What I want to go through is techniques of how to take care of blood pressure, explain the bodily function, and the ranges of what's good blood pressure, what's too high, what's too low, etc. Now, to start off with, I want to show you guys where our workstation is going to be at. Now, we're going to start where the bicep ends and where the forearm begins, towards the side of the pinky. That's going to be your artery. That's the artery we're going to use. And if you put two fingers, you'll feel pulse. If you feel pulse, you're working in the right place. Now, what you're going to need is your stethoscope and your blood pressure cuff. Unfortunately, I don't have the manual one. We lost it, but we're going to do with the best of what we have. Now that we know where our artery is at, your cuff is most likely going to have a little arrow or a line indicating where you should place it relative to the artery. So we're just going to put it right here, right? And right below the cuff, we'll fake put on our stethoscope. We'll put it right under the arrow and the artery. Here we go. And if we had, usually there's a little below, there's usually a little pump right here. Now, what we usually do, start listening, pump, 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 simultaneously listening all the way to 180. Trying to go any higher up than 180. Now, when you're finally there, you're gonna release a little bit of pressure and release a little bit of air until you hear a swooshing sound. And there's gonna be a meter again right here. And that meter is gonna jump up and down, up and down. All right, keep releasing pressure until you stop hearing the swooshing sound, and the meter will probably stop going up and down so much. And when you get those two numbers, that's your blood pressure. And those numbers, the higher number is the systolic, lower number is diastolic. Now explain the functions of the body. Basically, that upper number is the amount of pressure your veins are going through when your heart is pumping, contracted. The lower number is the amount of pressure your veins are going through when your body is relaxing. Those are two numbers. And we use this right here because, it's a good artery, easy to read. There's many other arteries, but you don't want to, put a blood pressure cuff right on your neck, right? And, the reason why you don't want it too high or too low is basically it messes up how often or the nutrients in your body get moved, because blood transfers nutrients and oxygen, right? And now the best number you want to get sorry about that, the video got corrupted. As I was saying, 120 over 80, that would be the best blood pressure you can get. That means the best medium blood pressure you would get. That means you're eating balanced, exercising daily, are in good health. Above that, that'll be elevated blood pressure. That would typically lead up to stages of hypertension. Hypertension 1, that'll be 120 over, that'll be between 130 to 139 for the systolic and 80 to 89 for the diastolic. That just means you have higher chances of diseases and things like that. Above 140 over 80, that would be, you will be in trouble. That would be you might have some complications, might need some medicine to lower that down and so on. Now, going towards the low blood pressure, anything below 90 to over 60, that will be low blood pressure. That will be dizziness, nausea, and things among that pressure. That basically means your heart isn't pumping enough, or there's too much interruption between your veins. And after that, let's you have the ranges of what good and bad blood pressure are. There's a good amount of range in there for anyone. And for me personally, I have tendency to go a little lower blood pressure. That's because I do exercise a lot, and this measurement is very general for everybody, and even has differences within ages. Now, to review back, all you have to do is find your pulse, mark the arrow towards the pulse, get your stethoscope right under, increase the pressure to 180, let it out until you hear the first whoosh, then mark down when you had the last whoosh. And after that, just compare what you have and see if you're in good health or not. And that will get you, and trust me, that will get in favor with your older members of family. All right, thank you.